Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to an episode of ECW Extreme Championship Wrestling. I am, of course, the boy, the man, the TEW Hall of Famer, Tucker Davidson, Silly Tuck, Tucky, DJ Tucky D, DJE, whatever the hell you want to call me. I'm under 70 different aliases at this point. I dig it. I love it. Anyways, we've got the second week of December, 98, here tonight. Getting closer to 99. This is the second episode of Season 2, even though technically, I'm just going to keep the numbers going, and I'm not going to change really anything. I said that last episode, but I meant it. I'm not changing anything, really. Just kind of wanted to show very clearly, I guess, where the years kind of split off. I don't know. I don't even know if that made any sense. I've made a decision, though. When the new year does come, we are going to start to run some shows in the Southeast. They'll probably just be little mini events every once in a while. Maybe like a monthly event, if that makes sense to you guys. Probably not televised, just something to kind of get the pop-up in that area. Probably just something I throw together. Basically a glorified house show. Just again to get pop-up. Anyways, we made profit last month. I think I showed that already. Last week's episode of Hardcore TV is up, which is good. Still nowhere near our peak, though. Where was our peak? Hold on here. Yeah, we were peaking at about 0.7, about 50K viewers. And, yeah, I don't see that coming back, I guess. Kind of just, it all died with, pretty much this, no, what show killed it? What was the show that killed it? It was this show that killed it, the 59C. Damn you. I don't know. Nobody even really did terribly that show. That's okay, though, because we're on the rebound. You can see it. We're pretty much floating around the same number. That's all that really matters to me. Anyways, yeah, let's just get right into it. We're of course in Hammerstein. I'm not switching up location till 99. I think I've already said that. But if we can prove to me that we can run outside of Hammerstein and make money, we'll probably stick with Hammerstein and then start running the B shows. And if we're still making money where I think we can try to leave Hammerstein and maybe, waste a little bit more money on the venue to get more people in, then we will do so. That's all I can pretty much say. Anyways, let's do the episode. So anyways, we're opening up with a 63C, a little bit of a disappointment. That's okay, though, no worries. We have Paul Heyman come out. He's got Rob Van Dam with him, the ECW World Champion. And he says, Douglas, Lynn, I've talked to RVD here, and yeah, he's down to do the number one contenders match next week. The two of you will take on each other, one-on-one in the main event. And now I wanted to talk to you, Rob, actually. And RVD kind of senses what Heyman's going to ask him. He kind of gets that this is going to be about the past couple months, the whole taking over the company thing. That's kind of awkward. And Van Dam says, listen, Paul, like it or not, I'm your champion, all right? So whatever business we have outside of me holding this belt is business that needs to go away. I hold this belt now, so I pretty much call the shots alongside you. And I think that's an interesting dynamic, out of character for a minute. I think that's an interesting dynamic to have, that, the champion gets that much say. Because not only then are they world champion, but they're co-booker in a way, but not really. They basically just get a say over, who is contending for their belt, who they want near their belt. But Paul, of course, can override them, so they can't just be I want Chris Chetty. It's no, fuck off. Anyways, RVD kind of calms down Heyman a little bit, but more or less just saying, even if I wanted to, fuck you up and just start, fucking you over, I could probably. So, you're just going to have to live with that. And Heyman's like, Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really think this part of the plan through. Fuck. Anyways. Good little opener. Good little opener. We have a match next. It is a tag team match. That's okay. But that it's Subpar Wrestling Little Heat, the FBI, which is now, Little Guido and Tony Mamaluke, the debuting Tony Mamaluke. They defeated Danny Doring and Amish Roadkill in 5:27 when Tony Mamaluke defeated Danny Doring by pinfall. He doesn't have a finisher. Mamaluke was the weak link, struggling to keep up with everybody else's performance. That's okay. I don't mind that. Mamaluke, has no pop. He's, a completely unknown guy, so we're building him straight from the ground up. Like with Edge, with Sexton, I guess, and Christian, and the Hardys, they kind of had pop where I could build off of it. Mamaluke has, no pop. So I have to work him completely from the ground up, basically using Guido to try to get him over. If you guys know what Mamaluke's finish is, I don't know if he ever had a finish, because I believe he was always in a tag team with Guido. But if you do know of any singles finish for him, if you want to leave it down below, that'd be great, because, I like to have those things. Anyways, that's an alright little match. And, afterwards, Little Guido just declares the FBI is back, motherfuckers, and the 4 members of the FBI, the tag team, the singles guy, the singles veteran, Tracy Smothers, and the manager, Tommy Rich, are all kind of doing a weird pose gimmick. I don't know what they do for a pose, but they do a pose. And, basically, Guido says, Dudley boys, watch your fucking back. I'm coming for my belts. Bitch. Yeah. Move forward again. We got a promo from the Dudley boys. Man, the Dudleys are really not good on the mic, which kind of sucks. I might blame this a little bit on Matt and Jeff's overness, but really, when they're doing promos alone, they're only getting 50s, which is shocking. I guess especially for Bubba, because, I expect Bubba to be a fucking banger, but I forget the fact, of course, that Bubba developed the mic skills over time. You know what I mean? He wasn't just always as good as he is now, where he's so fucking good. Anyways, though, Bubba and Devon hype up the fact that up next, Bubba's taking on Matt, and next week, Devon will take on Jeff. We're probably not going to do the tag title match till after Big Ass Extreme Bash. Still love how that's our pay-per-view name, or our TV special name. God, I'm playing too much 01, brother. Anyways, we're having Matt versus Bubba up next. We'll probably slot the tag team title match as the main event of the first show in 99 to kind of kick off the new year. But yeah, it's kind of just the stuff that I used to get from these guys. Bubba says, Matt, I'm going to fuck you up. Next week, Devon's going to fuck Jeff up. Come to pay-per-view, you're going to be beaten, bloodied, bruised, and we're going to beat you, bloody you again, and bruise you even more. Because the Dudleys do what the Dudleys do. And what the Dudleys do, Devon, they destroy. And Devon just looks straight into the fucking camera. Oh, brother. Testify. It's a 48D plus. That's okay. They don't click at all. So that's especially okay. Anyways, Bubba is true to his word. He beats Matt in about 8:41 by pinfall to powerbomb. We kind of get a feeling about what it's going to be like. Actually, I like to see Matt improving in Rumble because that makes sense. I kind of like to see, I kind of think of this as like a preview, kind of how the tag match is going to go. The lighter guy against the bigger guy. Probably what we're going to see to an even larger extent with Devon, who I would say is not as big as Bubba, but I would say less mobile than Bubba. Just not as athletic. And Jeff, who is like fucking bag of bones, like just fly around the ring. I also switched up the Hardy Boys pictures. I think I explained that last episode. But yeah, I think they kind of start to fit the look of the company now. And I do like how I've kept the Dudley Boys looking fairly goofy still, true to themselves. Because even when in ECW, when the Dudleys got pretty badass, I guess you want to say, right? They started just being fucking killers, which I think they even are at this point when we picked up the save in like November 97. they were still pretty goofy. They were still a hillbilly and like a preacher's son who like had the same father who was some magical traveling salesman, and they rejected all of their other brothers to go off on their own with this random giant guy whose name was Big Dick. Like, I fucking love the Dudley Boyz stable and just that whole idea of just giant comedy angle that spurred out like one of the coolest fucking ideas ever. Like, fucking Dances with Dudley. Dances with Dudley. That's all you need to know. Anyways, that's a pretty alright match. I'm pretty okay with that. Bubba beats Matt with the powerbomb. We get an angle with Kurt Angle. He's in the ring and he's like, bitch, I'm untouchable. He says, he comes out and he says, last week what you saw was another example of Kurt Angle's excellence, of my excellence, of what I'm able to do every time I step in this ring. I'm here to enlighten the people. I am here to change the world. I am the only gold medalist. Hell, I'm the only medalist. Hell, I'm the only wrestler in the history of this company. And I'm putting it to good use, I'd like to say. I show up every week, I outclass somebody, and I go home. So who's it this week? Who's it next week? It doesn't really matter. Because, do I pull this page out? No, I'm not going to pull that page out too quick, all right? I'm not pulling out a catchphrase too quick with Angle. I've got some ideas for Angle, for catchphrases, but I'm not doing nothing. Angle says, no matter who it is in the back, 7 feet tall, high flyer, hardcore maniac, whatever you want to say, whoever it wants to be, you can come out here and get these hands. Braun Strowman. No, that's such a fucking terrible thing. Get these hands. Ugh. But anyways, holy shit, Just Incredible comes out. Incredible says, now, Kurt, you know what? I've seen you for the past couple weeks. I'm gonna be honest. You're a bit of a fucking nerd. Yeah, you are. You're coming around, you thinking you're better than people. Kurt, have people seen this footage? And we, actually, I guess we don't have a Titantron. We're going to pretend we have a Titantron for like 5 total seconds for this angle to work. And it's just Kurt being like fucking goofy. He's like dressed up as like a fucking like bear or something like that. And he's like running around going, "Arr!" People are like, what the fuck? Is this the man who's gonna come and enlighten us? And that fucking pisses off the ECW crowd, right? Like, this is a company who, like, all the fans take it so fucking seriously. It's ridiculous, you know what I mean? These people fucking bleed this company. And so there's this guy who is not only trying to fucking take that away from them, but he dresses up like a bear for some reason on his free time. Like, is he fucking like a furry or something? I don't know. Can bears be furries? Are bears furries? Who knows? Who knows? Not me. I don't know. If you do know, I'd say leave it in the comments, but probably don't, because then, I don't know, that might say something about you. Anyways, Credible basically just says, Angle, you want to kick somebody's ass. I'll be here in 2 weeks. Big ass Extreme Bash. What do you say? Angle's just, Angle's pretty pissed, He's kind of been exposed for his more goofier side. I think Angle was kind of putting up a front, putting up a shield with how kind of, I don't know what to call it, serious he was when he first showed up here. Now we're kind of getting to see the more goofy side of Kurt Angle, and that's what I hope to explore a little bit in the future, the more goofy Kurt Angle, while still being a killer, you know what I mean? Angle says, yeah, you're fucking on. Just grabs Credible, just fucking belly to bellies him, and leaves. Credible's like, may have fucked up there. That's that's all right though. Anyways, moving forward. Sandman and Woman put over. Up next, main event of the evening. Sandman versus Mike Awesome rematch from November to Remember. Sandman got absolutely dummied in that match, so he's trying to get Second look at it, you know what I mean? A second time around. Can he do it? Let's figure it out. He can't. And about that, good wrestling, decent reaction crowd. Mike Awesome takes him hell of a lot longer. About 16 minutes, full main event time slot basically on ECW. He beats the Sandman with an awesome bomb. Sandman just keeps whacking away at Awesome with that cane, but Awesome's just so big and so powerful. He basically just takes it. You know what I mean? It's like every time he gets hit, it like increases his awesomeness. Let's go with that. That sounded good in my head. And basically, the more and more that Sandman tries to hurt Mike Awesome, the more and more Awesome just becomes just this fucking powerful machine. And he finishes it the only way that I know Mike Awesome to finish matches. He just fucking picks up Sandman and fucking whips his ass, powerbomb style, straight through a table, just covers him 1, 2, 3. Mike Awesome is a problem. And I'm sorry it's taken me this long to get around to showing it. Let's move forward. In our main event angle, our final angle, it is ECW television champion Tazz. He comes out and he says, there's a guy who showed up here last week who nobody's seen for about 8 months or so. This guy came out here, and he looks a little bit different now. They'll give him that. He claims to be a different man. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. We haven't seen him. Is he a better wrestler? I hope so. Steve Corino came out last week and made some accusations that I don't really care for competition or whatever. Corino, if I didn't care for competition, I wouldn't bring on everybody who wanted some. If you think that what I do is for show, to set out a positive image, I don't think you've seen my matches. I don't think you've seen what I do to people. Corino, I leave people broken. I leave people shells of themselves. After you step in the ring with me, you are not the same man. So to answer your question, yup. So there you go. You can book it in now. Steve Corino challenges Tazz for the ECW World Television title at Big Ass Extreme Bash in 2 weeks. That's your show. What do we get? Really? God damn, the fucking women. Really? I thought I got that. We were over by 1. That's okay. That's okay. Probably fucking Devon. The FBI probably put us over. That's okay. I had a lot of multi-man angles there where I probably... I don't even think about it, okay? Because we went up in 7. That's all that matters. There's Ron Killings. Overall, though, thought that was a pretty good episode. I thought we advanced everything pretty well. We're still building to Big Ass Extreme Bash. We've got matches set up next week. We've got our main event, Shane Douglas versus Jerry Lynn, #1 contendership for the ECW World title. The winner will then go on to face Rob Van Dam just the very next week. Rob Van Dam thinks Roadkill is going to be a star for some reason. That's chill. But they think that, there's Joel Deaton. I actually know Joel Deaton. Like, not personally, but I know of him. Anyways, yeah, like I was saying, they have to turn around the very next week and go and just fight RVD for the belt. So is that a good strategy for both of them? I don't think it really matters to either of them. I think Shane Douglas's ego is so big that it won't let him realize that, hey, maybe this isn't the smartest move, Shane. And Jerry Lynn probably does recognize it, but he's just... I think I've written him where it makes sense for him to just be the type of guy to say, if that's what I have to do to get back to the mountaintop, I'll do it. It doesn't matter. Overall, though, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. We're 1 episode away, so not this episode, next episode, from Big Ass Extreme Bash. And then in that Big Ass Extreme Bash episode, actually, we won't look at the end of year stuff, because that'll be an episode all on its own. We'll have the year in review episode for 98. We'll check out all the stuff people want to look at, the most popular people, the end of year awards, all of that fun stuff, right? But yeah, overall, we'll check out all the other companies, how people have progressed, who's pushing what, right? Because I kind of stopped updating my Twitter. But that's because nobody really checked that out anyways. But hey, if you do feel like checking it out, the thing is at the top of the thing. There's a banner or whatever. Go back to the homepage gimmick of my channel. And there's a banner, and it's got social media links. You can go there and follow my Twitter. To typically tweet about wrestling type stuff, or I'm just clowning around with 370 or something like that. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really do. Yeah, this is Silly Talk. Signing out.